Salut tout le monde, c'est Lily. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour la suite de Fire Emblem. J'espère que vous allez bien, moi ça va comme d'habitude. La dernière fois on a gagné une nouvelle épée, j'ai battu un grand chevalier, très dur à battre. Il a décimé toute mon équipe.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry.
Donc en fait, les quartiers libres, faut les faire n'empêche.
An attack on the holy mausoleum.
C'est ce qui a donné la
It
suite.
is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
No! This isn't what we were told would happen! We've been deceived!
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands.
May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait! Please! The goddess would never forgive you for our execution!
Monster! We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
That's that, I suppose. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It was all the Western Church's doing. That masked knight who led the attack somehow managed to disappear without a trace.
The Church of Seiros clearly isn't as unified as it would hope to appear. It seems the bishop of the Western Church was always opposed to the church being ruled centrally from Garreg Mach. Perhaps they hoped to remove the archbishop in order to completely strip the central church of its authority.
Oh, that's right. Jeralt mentioned that you were raised without any exposure to the church. In order to function more efficiently, the Church of Seiros is split into several smaller entities. The Central Church is the largest, and leads the organization from Garreg Mach.
The Western Church extends from Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lenato rebelled, into the far west. They can be found just beyond the most renowned stronghold of the kingdom, the fortress city of Aryan Road.
It seems the Knights have been tasked with subduing the leaders of the Western Church. We may be given the opportunity to help them with their mission.
To think, our own professor was born in Fódlan, and yet knew nothing of the church. I never imagined explaining something so basic to an instructor of mine. You're something of a special case, are you not?
How strange that the Archbishop would ask someone like that to lead her students. There's clearly more to that decision than we know.
Lady Rhea is pretty scary sometimes. But to execute that whole group, just like that? It seems harsh, even for her.
If one of us does something bad, I wonder what she would do to us!
Professor, do you agree with the Archbishop's actions?
Je suis pas qui me demande de choisir là par contre.
It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me.
The Archbishop lives. Not that I had ever
Ça me fait
placed
toujours
much
penser à
faith
Pat
in
et
those
Maléfique dans
swine
Kingdom
of
Hearts,
the
la
Western
musique quand elle se
Church.
lance là.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Seiros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The sword of the Creator.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor.
Pour moi, lui, c'est toujours le gars chelou qu'on croise dans l'académie, je sais pas. Ça se trouve, j'y suis pas du tout, mais ça me fait
As
penser à ça.
expected, it would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
There's more. The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act.
C'est forcément quelqu'un de l'académie, vu comment il
As
parle.
for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Good.
Je veux
I
savoir
believe
qui
I
c'est.
will
Je
enjoy
veux
this a
savoir.
great deal.
Ça me stresse après. Je pourrais regarder sur internet, mais non, j'ai pas envie de me gâcher la surprise.
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the sword of the Creator. That sword is one of the hero's relics, and the most precious artifact in the Church's possession. It is also a weapon of terrifying power. For now, I will entrust the sword to you.
Elle s'use après un certain nombre de coups.
Use
Si,
it
celle-là,
wisely.
Lady Rhea, wait.
Oui.
Do you
C'est pour
truly
moi,
mean
mon
to
épée.
give the sword of the Creator to this stranger? Surely it is
Eh,
not
je
the
suis pas
sort of
n'importe
thing one
qui, hein.
hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fódlan would be consumed by war.
Ah là, j'ai énormément de choix là. C'est.
Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
En fait, mon père n'est pas mon
He
père. Je
is
suis la
an
descendante de
ancient king of
Némésis.
mankind who was defeated by Seiros over 1,000 years ago. When Fódlan was attacked by wicked gods, it is said
Alors
that
c'est
the
mon père
goddess
quand même, on est tous les deux
gifted
des
Nemesis
descendants
with
de
the
Némésis.
sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fódlan. Henceforth, he was dubbed the King of Liberation. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness. Saint Seiros was forced to destroy him. Lady Rhea, I beg you to
C'est
reconsider.
mon épée, y a pas besoin
Given
de
a
réfléchir
little
et
more
tout. Maintenant,
time,
c'est
we
tout,
could
c'est à
more
moi.
accurately assess this stranger's abilities.
No. I have faith, Sothis. Faith that our
Ah, ça, par
friend
contre,
here
je
will
jure pas,
not
mais...
be corrupted by wickedness. Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the sword of the Creator. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master.
I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea.
Bah, t'as pas beaucoup de choix.
There you have it, Professor. See that you do not betray the trust the Archbishop
T'inquiète.
has seen fit to bestow
J'ai
upon
mal au
you.
dos par contre. Moi, hein. Professeur, là, elle a
The
mal au dos un
sword of the
peu.
Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all. That sword is clearly precious. So why is she so
Je sais pas,
keen
moi
to
c'est elle
gift
qui est
the
bizarre en
thing to
fait, c'est
you?
Dame Rhea qui est chelou.
I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery.
Moi aussi.
And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me. The sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Such as the one that... Oh goodness, what was her name?
Non mais... Non, c'est tellement tentant de répondre cette connerie, mais...
Yes, her. The sword of the Creator is different from her Thunderbrand in one
Je
key
regrette
way.
limite de pas avoir choisi le canard quand même, quoi.
It bears a hole, where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me. And yet, I place my trust in you. I must. Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.
Ça, peu importe la voie que je choisis, il faudra bien que je suive ma voie, donc... J'ai hâte d'en savoir plus. Ça m'intrigue, tout ça, il y a trop de choses.
Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fódlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fódlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious
Il est
rainbow.
chelou ton soleil quand même. Hein. Allez. Non, là, il est trop long le chargement, je suis pas d'accord. Voilà. Ah, parce qu'on n'avait pas tout exploré dans le monastère encore. Je suis riche, mais je sens qu'à un moment ou un autre du jeu, je vais être pauvre très vite.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier. I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the sword of the Creator,
Ah, je vais déjà être obligée de la
which is
mettre,
more
quoi.
than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of
Il est
that
chiant,
holy
lui, hein.
sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for
C'est
you.
par rapport à mon emblème,
That
je
is all.
parie.
Professor, I heard about our mission for this month. A thief with a hero's relic is worrisome, but with you at our side, I'm certain we can handle him. After all, you have the Sword of the Creator. It was allegedly wielded by Nemesis, the King of Liberation. If the legends are true, you hold the power to stand against entire armies. A band of thieves should be nothing. Even the most elite Imperial forces or the Knights of Seiros could not hope to defeat you. I'm just marveling at the potential. Besides, your power does not lie solely in the Sword of the Creator. You are stronger and more
Ouais, je suis pas
terrifying
une
than you
terreur non plus à
realize.
ce point-là. Hein.
Professor, when we leave the monastery, will you still think of yourself as my teacher? Never mind. I'm being thoughtless with my
Ou alors
words.
c'est elle.
For
le
now,
truc
let's
mas-
just
le
focus
truc
on the
masqué
problem
qu'on
at
croise, mais
hand.
non, il est grand. Là. Elle est petite à côté.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I
Ouais,
could
allez,
not be
viens-en,
certain.
on fait quand même là.
The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
Une fois de plus, j'ai énormément de choix.
Your ability to wield the Sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
C'est l'anniversaire de qui? Génial. Bon, on va boire un thé quand même. Parce que j'aime bien. Mais il va falloir que j'achète du thé, c'est mon dernier. Après,
Thank
je dois
you for
racheter
your
des fleurs.
invitation. To what do I owe this surprise? Thank you.
Elle fait flipper. Ça va, te brûle pas avec le thé, hein.
It's good.
Tu donnes de quoi je vais discuter avec elle.
Yeah.
Elle doit kiffer la mode.
Yeah.
C'était évident.
Yeah.
J'aimerais savoir.
Yeah.
Putain, elle va me kiffer par contre, ça m'arrange pas.
Yeah.
Ah merde.
No.
T'avais l'air tellement... tellement fausse dans la vie que...
Thanks for the treat. Come by the infirmary
Après tout, elle a la
anytime you
superficielle, je
need
trouve, hein, donc...
anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
Ah, elle fait flipper, vraiment. Ah, ça sent le quartier libre. Allez, un petit peu de quartier libre. Évidemment, on va aller faire quelques quêtes. D'abord, est-ce que Sothis a quelque chose à nous dire?
A stone? A stone. I do not yet as I think of it.
Parle plus
The
vite, s'il vous plaît.
pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
Je sais rien. Bon, pour une fois, on va commencer là-bas parce que c'est là qu'est la plus grosse quête. Alors, non, l'autre côté.
Really?
Ah, Professor. Jeralt was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around. I have something to ask
Ouais, on
of
va
you.
avoir du thé.
I have
Thé,
something
une
to
autre
ask
caisse.
of you.
Allez. Suivant. Ah, je peux continuer ici. Et là.
I am trusting you. You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you?
Je lis même pas, ça m'intéresse pas. Moi, je veux juste faire les quêtes. Faudrait que je continue un coup ici. Je suis en train de me dire...
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Jeralt? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was. Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here who's learned from Captain Jeralt.
Mais personne ne veut me rejoindre en fait. Non, mais on va pas se mentir. En gros... Ouais. Si personne veut me rejoindre aussi, moi je peux pas les forcer. Hein. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu veux toi?
Swinging a sword about in the holy mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged. Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but... Ugh, it's torture not being able to go inside the holy mausoleum for an entire year.
Ah. Bah du coup je vais lui donner.
gladly take this.
Ah non, c'est pas ça, donner ça médicinale à 2 élèves. Ce sera pas à toi, visiblement. Ensuite, quelle quête on a à proximité ici? Et il y a Catherine là-bas.
Oh, Jeralt? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sothis knows.
C'est tout?
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraudarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
Ok. On a des petites quêtes ici quand même. On va y aller. Qui veut me parler? Non, mais de toute façon, toi, tu veux pas venir avec moi, donc, hein?
No.
Would you help me out?
Bon, il y avait toi. Ensuite... Ah merde, c'est là. Oh, mais c'était caché. Merci pour les pois chiches. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
I could use your help.
Ah. Voilà. Là, il y avait du matériel. Ensuite... Ah, il y a une quête finie déjà? En fait, il fallait un truc, quoi, c'est tout. Ou alors j'avais le reste.
Knew I could count on you. Hey there.
Je peux forger, mais non, c'est beau.
Come back anytime.
On a tout fait ici, ouais. Bon, bah, il nous reste là. Et de retour là-haut.
Why is that fish so still? Wait,
Il y a
is
des
it swimming
chats.
sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being
Elle se
plucked
pose
from the
beaucoup de
water
questions, elle.
and
Hein.
eaten.
Il a boit sur quoi, lui?
Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
Ah, mais ton frère, il est chiant.
Might you help me with a favor?
Oh, c'était pas le meilleur endroit pour aller voir la quête, ça. Merde. Parce que du coup, je sais pas où est-ce qu'elle est. Non, on va pas aller là. Ah, mais elle est par là.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal.
Actually...
Good to see you, Professor. Did you need something from me? I was just on my way to train, so I'm pretty busy. We can talk soon.
Je m'en fous de les avoir trouvés. Je peux recruter personne.
Right.
Ouais, j'essaie désespérément de trouver où est-ce que ça me mène ça, mais ah, c'est ici. Je suis coincée.
I'm not secretly eating cake. You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
Elle est mignonne. Sinon, j'ai toujours pas donné les déserts médicinales à 2 élèves, mais...
Thank you.
Ah bah voilà.
I appreciate your effort.
Voilà. C'était pas compliqué. Ensuite, c'est quoi ce truc qui brille tout en haut? Ici, on a fait le tour. Bon, on va aller voir ce qui brille là-bas. Ouais, je l'ai trouvé, mais il veut pas venir avec moi non plus, donc on s'en fout. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais, c'était le truc au sol. Ta statue, je m'en fous.
You have helped me so
Hop.
much.
Et encore une quête terminée. Non, par contre, vous abusez, il y a toujours plus de trucs à faire, quoi. Alors, par ici.
We're back. Ah, the graveyard. Of course I know it. It can be a little hard to find.
Bah ouais, j'aimerais bien
Would
aussi.
you like me to show you where it is? Very well.
Ah. Bon, je suis encore à 3. Si on en profitait pour me former sur quelque chose. Hop. Non, allez, allez. Ah, je peux pas y aller, c'est vrai, étant donné que... étant donné que j'y suis jamais allée. Les autres missions, je pense, vu que c'est des batailles, ça doit être quand on a quartier libre avec les batailles, je pense. Je vois que ça, en tout cas. Non, à mon avis, il faut passer par là. Il est là. Eh ouais, je t'ai trouvé. Par contre, pourquoi je peux examiner la tombe?
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Hmm? Oh, of course you would ask that.
T'aurais dû commencer par savoir que j'allais te poser cette question.
I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done. You have my thanks.
C'est déprimant. Bon, on peut encore faire un petit truc quand même. Ça, c'est le champ de bataille après, donc... Bon, allez, forme-nous sur autre chose. Tant qu'on est là. Ah non, tu peux pas, c'est une seule formation, merde. Merde. Bon, une petite formation. Non, non. Ah. Rhea, elle peut nous former sur quoi, elle?
Professor.
J'ai été un peu loin. Je voulais revoir lui.
How are you managing the sword of
Oh,
the
tu vas me faire chier toi avec l'épée.
No problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that. You will need the sword's power on your next mission. I trust you will handle it without much issue.
Mais non, ça va aller. Ah ouais, mais c'est vrai, je t'ai déjà demandé aussi, merde. Faut que je trouve Rhea du coup. Mais c'est où déjà Rhea? Je sais plus. Ouais, bah alors autant lui, je vais pas lui demander de me... Y'a personne ici? Personne d'intéressant, je veux dire. Bon, on va pas aller là. Lui, je suis sûr, on le recrute, il vient.
Oh my. The crest
Ouais, c'est bon,
of
je te l'ai déjà
flames?
dit, tu peux me
Could
former
it
sur quoi,
really?
toi?
Yes, the actual crest of flames. No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional. The scandal with the Western Church troubles me.
Je pensais lui dire un
We
truc bien,
cannot
mais on
afford
est
to
déjà à
let
32
ourselves
minutes de
be swept
vidéo.
along, and yet...
Je l'avais pas vu. Ah, sur ça, allez. Ah, ça te plaît en plus. Alors, il y a un truc à ramasser ici. Hop, merci. Voilà. Mais du coup, c'est ici qu'on va se quitter pour cet épisode. Je sais plus comment ça se passe quand on fait une fin de quartier libre, j'ai oublié. Bon, en tout cas, j'espère que cet épisode vous aura plu. Si c'est le cas, n'hésitez pas à laisser un petit pouce bleu, un commentaire et à partager la vidéo, ça fait toujours plaisir. Et je vous dis à la prochaine pour le prochain épisode. Ciao tout le monde, des bisous.